Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 15th graduation ceremony of Jyothi Engineering College. Refreshment ഏരിയയിൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന മാതാപിതാക്കളോ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളോ ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിലേക്ക് കയറിയിരിക്കുവാനായി പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിന് പുറത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന മാതാപിതാക്കൾ ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിന്റെ അകത്തേക്ക് കയറിയിരിക്കുവാൻ പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.
അല്ലടാ, ലിങ്ക് പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഞാനിത് മറ്റുള്ള ഗ്രൂപ്പുകളിൽ ഫോർവേഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്തു.
ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിന് പുറത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന മാതാപിതാക്കൾ ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിനകത്തേക്ക് കയറിയിരിക്കുവാൻ പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.
അല്ല, അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ തന്നെ കണ്ടന്റ് അത് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവർ അതടത്തിൽ കോപ്പി ചെയ്യും.
അല്ല, അത് കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് ഈ സംഭവം, ഈ കണ്ടന്റ്.
Attention please. Graduation ceremony ഔദ്യോഗിക ചടങ്ങുകൾ 11 മുതൽ 12:45 വരെ നടക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റ്സോ മാതാപിതാക്കളോ കസേരയിൽ നിന്ന് എണീക്കുവാനോ ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിൽ നടക്കുവാനോ പാടുള്ളതല്ല. ഗ്രാജുവേഷൻ സെറമണിയുടെ സമയത്ത് ഫോട്ടോഗ്രാഫുകൾ അനുവദിക്കും. കോളേജിന്റെ ഒഫീഷ്യൽ ഫോട്ടോഗ്രാഫേഴ്സ് ഫോട്ടോകൾ എടുക്കുകയും അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അയച്ചു തരികയും ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. സെറമണിയുടെ സമയത്ത് പേഴ്സണൽ ഫോട്ടോഗ്രാഫുകൾ അനുവദിക്കുന്നതല്ല. ജ്യോതി എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കോളേജിന്റെ 15ാമത് ഗ്രാജുവേഷൻ സെറമണിയിലേക്ക് ഏവർക്കും ഹൃദ്യമായ സ്വാഗതം. ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിന് പുറത്തു നിൽക്കുന്ന മാതാപിതാക്കൾ അകത്തേക്ക് കയറിയിരിക്കുവാനായി പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. ഗ്രാജുവേഷൻ സെറമണിയുടെ ഔദ്യോഗിക സമയമായ 11 മണി മുതൽ 12:45 വരെയുള്ള സമയത്ത് മൊബൈൽ ഫോണുകൾ സൈലന്റ് ആക്കുവാനും പേഴ്സണൽ ഫോട്ടോഗ്രാഫി നിരോധിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നുവെന്നും പ്രത്യേകമായി അറിയിക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു. അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. ഏവരുടെയും ശ്രദ്ധയ്ക്ക് 10:45 ഔദ്യോഗിക ചടങ്ങുകൾ ആരംഭിക്കുന്നതാണ്. ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിന് പുറത്തു നിൽക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവരും ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിലേക്ക് കയറിയിരിക്കുവാൻ പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. കയറിയിരിക്കുവാൻ പ്രത്യേകം ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. ഔദ്യോഗിക ചടങ്ങുകൾ 10:45 തന്നെ ആരംഭിക്കുന്നതാണ്. ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിന് പുറത്തു നിൽക്കുന്നവർ അകത്തേക്ക് കയറിയിരിക്കുവാൻ പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. പ്രത്യേകം ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. 10:45 തന്നെ ഔദ്യോഗിക പരിപാടികൾ ആരംഭിക്കുകയാണ്. എല്ലാവരും മൊബൈൽ ഫോണുകൾ സ്വിച്ച് ഓഫ് ചെയ്യുവാനും ഓഡിറ്റോറിയത്തിനകത്ത് കയറിയിരിക്കുവാനും പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. ഗ്രാജുവേഷൻ സെറമണിയുടെ ചീഫ് ഗസ്റ്റ് വരുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും എണീറ്റ് നിൽക്കണമെന്ന് പ്രത്യേകം ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ചീഫ് ഗസ്റ്റ് വരുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും ചെയറിൽ നിന്ന് എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിൽക്കുവാൻ പ്രത്യേകം ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ഗ്രാജുവേഷൻ സെറമണിയുടെ ചീഫ് ഗസ്റ്റ് വരുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും കസേരയിൽ നിന്ന് എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിൽക്കുവാൻ പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. എല്ലാവരും എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിൽക്കുവാൻ പ്രത്യേകം അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.
Invocation.
ഹരിത സുന്ദര സന്നിധി തിരുനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം അരുണ ശോഭിതവാണിടെ അതിനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം ഹരിത സുന്ദര സന്നിധി തിരുനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം അരുണ ശോഭിതവാണിടെ അതിനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം പുരരിയുണരും യാമം മമനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം പുരരിയുണരും യാമം മമനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം ഹരിത സുന്ദര സന്നിധി തിരുനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം അരുണ ശോഭിതവാണിടെ അതിനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം അതിനാഥനിന്റെ പ്രണാമം.
I invite Reverend Dr. Jose Kannambura, Director of Academics, to deliver the welcome address and introduce the chief guest.
Of Archdiocese of Tricur and Reverend Monsignor Jose Konikara, Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Professor P.P. Sunil Kumar, Director, IIT Palakkad, Executive Manager, Father Thomas Kakasheri, the respected new Principal, Dr. Jose P. Theratil, Registrar, Dr. Xavier, heads of the departments, Vice Principal, senior faculty members, teaching and non-teaching staff members, parents of the graduates, and my graduates of 2016 to 2020 batch, the 15th batch, dear Jyothi family members, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are having the 15th graduation ceremony. As everybody knows, the college started in 2002. The first batch came out in 2006. College went through various stages of its growth. New branches came in, and also gradually we started the MTech programs, and lately we started the PhD programs as well. Now research programs also we undertook, and very many new milestones were there in our journey. In the meanwhile, we started new branches as mechatronics. Then last 2 years, we have the artificial intelligence and data science and robotics and automation as the new BTech branches. And in 2016, the college went for accreditation. At that point of time, we went for accreditation by NBA for 4 branches: mechanical, electrical, electronics, and computer science, and we got accredited with a very good score, comparatively very high score, I would say. And it was having a duration for 3 years. Once the validity of duration was over, we again went for the re-accreditation in 2019. So all the 4 were re-accredited, and newly civil engineering also went for accreditation. Only that time it was eligible for, because we started it late. And at that point onwards, we have got 5 branches accredited by National Board of Accreditation. Now, we have got 3 more, but they are not yet eligible because every batch has to produce 2 batches out, and then only we will be able to apply for NBA accreditation. It means all the eligible batches branches are accredited by National Board of Accreditation. Again, in 2016, we went for NAC accreditation, and we have a good score, but it was B plus only. But in 2022, this year, all the accreditations by NBA and NAC, its validity period is over, so we went for again the re-accreditation, and NAC we got re-accredited with A grade. It's a very prestigious thing with a grade of 3.12 CGPA out of 4. And the civil engineering, it completed the first cycle in 2022, and we applied for the compliance report visit, which was happening in the month of April, and we got that also accredited for again 3 more years. Now the original 4 branches, which were twice accredited, we have applied again for the 3rd cycle of accreditation, the visit of which is due to happen in the month of September. So this is the final position, and if we have got a very high score of their prescribed rate in NBA, 3 branches which we have, we can apply for autonomous status, or we should have NAC A grade. And at this point of time, we have both the eligibility criterion satisfied, and the UGC has already constituted an expert committee to make the visit for upgrading us to the autonomous status. So this happened in last year because of the COVID. It was getting extended, and finally, we believe in a couple of months' time that also will happen, and we very positively will be accredited to, elevated to the autonomous status as well. Now, this is, as I mentioned, this is the 15th graduation ceremony. They should have been, your ceremony should have taken place in 2020, 2 years back. But we know because of the COVID situation, we could not conduct it. So lately we are doing it. So today, for this function, the presiding officer is Monsignor Jose Konikara. He is our manager. He is the Sinchelus, that means Vicar General, the first in order after the bishops in the entire Archdiocese of Thrissur. And I'm here to welcome Monsignor Jose Konikara to this August function. So, Father, I accord you a wonderful welcome to this wonderful August meeting. Chief guest of the day is none other than Professor P.B. Sunil Kumar. He is Director of IIT Palakkad. So, Professor P.B. Sunil Kumar, he is the Director of IIT, and he is a physicist known for his research on soft matter and biological physics. He is also a professor at the Department of Physics in IIT Madras. After completing MSc in physics from Calicut University in 1987, PhD from Raman Research Institute in 94, he worked as postdoctoral fellow in Raman Research Institute, then in the Institute of Mathematical Sciences in Chennai, and Max Planck Institute for KG in Berlin in Germany till 1999. He joined IIT Madras as an assistant professor of the Department of Physics in 1999 and has been a professor in the department from 2006 till he was appointed the director of IIT Palakkad in January 2017. He is also a fellow of the Indian Academy of Sciences. He was recently selected for Professor M.V. Piley Award for the Distinguished Academician of India in 2019 by the Cochin University of Science and Technology. He is an elected member of Kerala Science Congress. His current research interests include fields of active system, polyelectric electrolyte membranes, and rheological properties of micellar solutions. Apart from being an accomplished academic, he is also a voracious reader and an avid trekker and a nature lover who enjoys baking and gardening. He has got a lot of publications, more than 74 reputed journal publications, book chapters, books, and many conference proceedings. So on behalf of the entire community and on behalf of the entire college and on behalf of myself, I accord a very, very warm welcome, sir, to this August function. I'm also here to welcome Father Thomas Kakaseri in absentia. He is a little sickly, so he hasn't joined the function, but in his absence, I accord him a wonderful welcome. Now we have our principal, the new principal. Perhaps the first formal function he is participating, Dr. Jose P. Tharatil. He has 12 years of industry experience and rest of his career in teaching, and most of the teaching experiences in our college. He has come with a new spirit, ready to revamp the entire campus with vigor and enthusiasm. Sir, on behalf of the entire community, I accord a very, very warm welcome to this August meeting. Our registrar, Dr. B.M. Xavier, he has recently, 1 year back, he has joined our college as registrar. He has a long experience of teaching in various institutions, starting from St. Thomas College at Calicut University and many other factors. So I welcome Dr. Xavier, our registrar, to this solemn, wonderful function, sir. Now we have got our HODs, 5 of them sitting at the back and some of them sitting in the audience, our senior faculty members, our teaching and non-teaching staff, our family members, and all who are some way connected to Jyothians. I accord a wonderful welcome to all of you. Now we have our parents, beloved parents of this 15th batch of students. At this occasion, I express our gratitude to the parents primarily because you were instrumental in making them join this Jyothi reputed engineering college for the graduation of your wards. And it was a real good decision, and you must be enjoying. So on behalf of the entire community and the college and the management, I thank you very much and also accord a wonderful welcome to this beautiful function. Now our graduates, 275 BTech and around 22 M.Tech holders and our own 2 faculty members securing PhD. You are the main guest, chief guest, I would say, of this function. And it is for you that this function has been really organized. So from the depth of our hearts, the management, principal, the entire community here, and the whole people assembled over here, I accord a wonderful welcome to all the graduates over here. And we have also another person, Mr. Harish, the manager of learning and development of Sunny Diamonds. Every year we used to give a diamond to the best outgoing student. And that is also going to be distributed over here. So on behalf of the entire community, I welcome Mr. Harish, representing Sunny Diamonds as well. Now I welcome all the family members of Jyothi. Yes, definitely graduates, your parents, our own faculty members, management team, fathers, sisters, those who are in charge of the hostel, our supporting staff, security, cleaning staff, our project group, kitchen staff, our catering, and all people who are contributing in a big way to this function as well as to the running of the entire college. In one word, I accord a wonderful welcome to all of you. Thank you very much.
Respected President, I have the honor to request Your Excellence to declare the graduation ceremony open.
I declare open the 15th graduation ceremony of Jyothi Engineering College. All the recipients of this certificate joined Jyothi Engineering College, affiliated to the APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, respectively, in the year 2016 and 2018, and have successfully completed the BTech and MTech courses in the year 2020 and have been certified to be worthy of the same. May I request all the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp, beginning with our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. P.B. Sunil Kumar, Director IIT Palakkad, and symbolically inaugurate this ceremony. I invite the principal to present the report on the academic achievements of Jyothi Engineering College.
Chief guest of the day. Chief guest of the day, Professor P.B. Sunil Kumar, Director of IIT Palakkad, Reverend Monsignor Jose Koinikara, the Manager, Reverend Father Thomas Kakasheri, Executive Manager, Reverend Dr. Jose Kannambura, Director Academics, Reverend Fathers, Sisters, Administrators, HODs, colleagues, dear graduates and their parents, invited guests, members of the press. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great privilege and honor to present this report before you. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation, graduation ceremony to date that is accredited by both NAC and NBA. Five of our UG programs are also accredited by NBA. Our preparations for achieving autonomous status are in the final stage and hope we will become an autonomous college soon. Also, we have started an incubation center, Integrated Industrial Incubation Center, in association with Tata Technology. The present graduating batch has an aggregate pass percentage of around 85.78. Ms. Donna Thomas bagged 8th rank in the BTech Civil Engineering. Congratulations, Donna. Jyothi Engineering College is proud to say that many of our students were included in the top university results. Now, let me summarize some of the major events that were conducted during this year. The 14th graduation ceremony was officiated by His Grace Mar Andrew Starrett, Archbishop of Thrissur, on 14th of May 2022. The chief guest was Honorable Padma Vibhushan Dr. E. Sridharan, former Director of DMRC. The College Day 2022 was celebrated on 20th May of this year. Mrs. Aishwarya Dhongre IPS, District Police Chief, Thrissur Rural, was the chief guest of the function. Natura Club of JECC conducted the World Environmental Day on 5th of June 2022. Dr. Samir Arora, Environmental Consultant of Central Pollution Control Board, New Delhi, was the chief guest. The farewell function of the 1822 batch was conducted on 4th June 2022. Startup Kickstart, two-day boot camp was conducted on 24th and 25th June 2022. Red Ribbon Club and NSS Unit 140 jointly organized the blood donation camp on 1st July 2022. Reinventing the process of teaching learning, a 3-day faculty program was conducted from 6 to 8 August 2022. Mr. Sijo George secured bronze medal in the All India Inter-University Championship organized by the University of Jammu. The Parent-Teacher Association of Jyothi Engineering College is very active and plays a vital role in creating a well-disciplined environment inside the campus. Advocate Biju Kundugulam, the President, and Mrs. Tahiraba KS, the Vice President, and their team frequently interact with the institution for its smooth functioning. Last but not the least, I wish to tell you that I have been appointed as the principal of this prestigious college with effect from 12th of this month. It is heartening to see a team of faculty dedicated to delivering quality education, a student body that is motivated and focused on excellence, a proud alumni and a strong management that work together to take Jyothi to higher heights. Thanking you all for your continued support. I remain. Thank you.
I invite the chief guest, Dr. P.B. Sunil Kumar, Director IIT Palakkad, for the keynote address.
Respected Reverend Jose Konikara, Manager, Reverend Dr. Jose Kannambura, Director of Academics, Principal, other dignitaries on the dais, students, parents, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you. It's a great pleasure for me to be here addressing the students, parents, and the faculty members and other dignitaries assembled here on this 15th graduation ceremony day of Jyothi Engineering College. I thank Dr. Jose Kanambura for inviting me here for this function, and also for the very powerful welcome speech which he gave. This day brings me or reminds me about my graduation days or my college days, during which we did not have functions like this. We wrote exams, university announced results, we collected the certificate from the college and went home. But I can see how a joyous occasion this is, and I've experienced this ever since I joined IIT Madras. That's where I started seeing convocations and the joy of students in participating in that. So I'm sure it's a very special day for all of you. In my time of college, the opportunities for students who were graduating were, I don't know whether it was less, but people say it was less. Today there are more opportunities, but definitely the competitions were lower, I think. Today you are going into a world which has plenty of opportunities and equally high competition. And I'm sure all of you have been trained and educated to face that and to compete and to do well in this world. When we talk about students coming out of graduation and employment, a lot of people say on one side there is unemployment, it is tough to get something, it is difficult to find a job, various usage, but it's the same thing. That's saying that there is a large amount of unemployment of graduated, qualified people. On the other hand, you will also hear, and I do hear this almost on a daily basis, from industries, academicians, anybody, saying that there are no qualified people for anything here in this country. This is the paradox we live with. A country of 1.3 billion people, with 50% below the age of 30, and high level of unemployment, and still not being able to find people suitable for most of the jobs. And this is a paradox which you have to solve. You, not only you, all of us sitting here, including the educators and those getting educated, have to solve this problem. And for that, one thing which you always have to keep in mind, first and foremost thing, is that education and learning is a lifelong journey. There is nothing called, I finished my education, now I want to settle down. Never settle. Okay? And never settle down. And you never finish your education if you want to survive in this world, and if you want to do something. So that's the first and foremost thing I want to tell you, that, keep your education, keep your learning as a lifelong thing, become a lifelong learner, and you will definitely do wonderful in the coming years. You never know what you're going to do, forget many years down the line, even next year, because that is how the world is. I have seen it in my own journey, okay? Of course, when I was doing my master's, etc., I knew when I was doing actually my bachelor's, I knew very clearly that I want to do research. I want to become a physicist. That was clear to me. But where will I end up? Okay, what will I be doing was completely unknown to me, right? And of course, I worried about it sometime, but you know, at least in my time, when we were students, we were extremely happy student community. We had full fun. Basically, learn to teach ourselves many things. I guess that is what you need all the time in your life. More so in today's world, because things are changing so fast, right? People say 80% of the jobs in a lower sector will disappear because of AI. Whether that happens or not, you've already seen a huge amount of automation coming in to replace jobs. We can't keep saying prevent automation from happening, saying that jobs has to be protected. It doesn't work. We have seen that when computers came in this state, there was a huge amount of protest when computers first came in. There were protests for banks being computerized. Okay? And we know it's ridiculous, right? It looks ridiculous today. Maybe at that time, people really thought it was a serious thing, but today we know it's ridiculous. And so you have to continuously learn. So, people, you might have seen now today, people all use mobile phones and smartphones and computers, like it's been a thing which we are born with. And my generation, till I finish my graduation, had not seen a computer. And I am a computational physicist. I carry out large-scale computing on supercomputers. It's possible, and it's become possible because I learned computing during my PhD days. I had seen computers during my master's days, just seen it like a very, very, something which you see in a museum, like that, okay? And, I started using computers during my PhD years, and I can tell you my advisor didn't know anything about computers, and he didn't trust any result I gave him on computers, okay? So I had to work extra hard to explain things to him because he didn't know computing, he didn't know anything about computers. So we learned that, okay? And now, then I learned new subject. I learned biology. I'm a physicist, okay? I learned biology and became a biological physicist. So like that the journey goes. So what I want to tell you is that, so this has happened before, but it's even more important today, in today's world, okay? Today's world, jobs are all multidisciplinary. Earlier days, when an automobile engineer was a mechanical engineer. Today's world, automobile engineers may be electrical engineers, electronic engineers, a computer engineer, and a mechanical engineer. And a chemist, because you also have that, and a physicist, because you have to do thermal management, you have to do battery management, you need to know new battery things, you have to do a lot of things. So if you want to become a person in that, want to really life, right? Companies, we all know about the IT sector first, right? How did that happen? That happened because a few individuals had an eye for what is happening in the world. They changed the world. What is changing in the world? They went abroad and realized that things are changing. Okay, things are happening. Okay, we need to do something. And we have an opportunity here. And they grabbed this opportunity. So that's what you have to do. You have to really see, you must go abroad, you must go outside, you must go have contact outside. Today's world, you really don't have to go abroad to know what is happening outside because it's so well connected, right? Okay. You all have your mobile phones and it's all so well connected. In this hyper-connected world, you don't really have to travel to know what is happening outside. But you need to keep your eyes and ears open, and you have to be open to this and open see what's happening. And that would make a huge difference in your life and also to the whole country. Okay? And that is what we expect you to do. The non-availability of people I mentioned is really real. Even yesterday, I was having a conversation with a person who started a company on actually helping other companies solve their problems through computing. And he employs 30 PhDs, and he said he wants to employ 150 masters and PhD and BTech students. Okay. Do computing, and he said, but I can't find people who know decent coding in this country. And it's true. So, and you have no excuse of saying that, I've not been taught coding. You can teach it yourself. In today's world, you just open the computer and look for courses. You can get courses in everything you want. You can teach any subject you want yourself. Anything. Okay. For certification, you may have to pay, but to get education, you don't have to pay anything except the net, whatever the net charges are. It's all available. And wonderful courses, much, much better than what you could get earlier locally. Wonderful courses anywhere in the world, you get them on free. So you are very, very lucky, extremely lucky people, okay, to be at this age in this world. And I am sure it will be a crime if you don't use it. And when we get into, and there is one more thing, this is apart from education and job, other thing is that, we keep hearing this everywhere, saying that we want to be world class. You must have heard this anywhere. We are world class, or we want to be world class. Okay? Now, what is world class? We're talking about whole world. So, what is world class, right? So, that is something you have to set in your mind yourself. You have to see what is world class. Okay? And you have to say, I want to be world class. I want to achieve this world class. I want to make this institution a world class. I want to make this country a world class. And you have to set that yourself by setting the standards. And once you set those standards, you have to abide by it. And that's what we call integrity, right? That is, you set your standard. You say, I will not do this kind of things, and I will do those things. Okay? And that is my principle. And I want to make this place a world-class institution. And you abide by that. Don't budge on those things. Okay. So this is something which everybody needs. You want people with integrity in this country. People with integrity in any company. Okay. And it is not about honesty. It is about being honest to yourself. If you think something is wrong, you should not do it. Right? So that is what you should do. Okay? Apart from educating yourself, getting yourself up on the front of technology and science, whatever you want to do, in literature, whatever you want to do, being up in the front of the whatever you are interested in, you also develop your character to be high on integrity. And I think then we can just be sure that we will be a very, very successful country. And the problem which we see today is mainly, I'm sure you don't fall into this bracket, but I'm just saying that is that people tend to blame. And people play a blame game. People say the problem we have is because of that. Problem we have is because of this. So somebody comes late and asks, what question? I'm late because, somebody held me up, or there was a traffic jam. We know everything. So we knew everything. There could be a traffic jam, there could be that, but we get late. And we blame somebody else. We don't say to ourselves that, oh, I'm late and I'm sorry for it. And make sure the next time it doesn't happen. So we don't do this. Okay, this is what we see everywhere. And that is a problem. So if you want to be world class, this is not going to help. Because the government is like this, we can't do this. No, that's not going to help you. It may be true, but it's not going to help you. You have to say, because the government is like that, I have to do extra to become better. So that is what we all look forward to you doing, and I'm sure you will be able to do that. And in doing all of this and working towards this, you demand what you need. What is that you need? You demand that. Don't demand what you want, because there is no end to what you want. We are going to celebrate 75th anniversary of our independence, and it's enough time to quote Mahatma Gandhi, who foresaw this much, much earlier and said that there is enough for everyone's need in this world, but not for its greed. So that's the problem. And you see that everybody wants to live in a living standard equivalent to what people live in America. Just think about 1.3 billion people. Everyone wants to live like with a living standard, same consumption pattern and same consumer pattern, same kind of material usage of the work of like people in America. This world collapse. It's completely unsustainable. Everyone knows this, that it is unsustainable. But still we talk about that model. It doesn't work. So you see the world is designed in a way that somebody has to be kept poor. It has to be, because otherwise there is not enough material in this world. So what is the way out? The way out is to live with what we need and not really think about what you want, because in a human mind, what he or she wants has no limit. Okay? We are all humans. We don't have any limit on what we want. We want many things. We want to, that is what we tell even the small kid, right? That I will catch the moon and give it to you. That's what we'll tell the small kid, the baby when he's born, right? So that is the way we are brought up. So be clear on what is that you require to function, what is that you require to work and do contribute, and that whatever that is needed, you please ask for it and demand for it. And there will be enough for everyone in this world. So that's what I wanted to say, friends. So that, on this joyous day of your graduation, I'm not giving really an advice. I'm just giving you some points to think yourself. Okay, I know your generation hates advice. Okay, and I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm open to it, and I like your generation who has so much knowledge, much more knowledge than what I had in your age, and much more information to think about these things. Okay, and you can, as I said, it's a hyper-connected world. You can think about this, and you can actually get all the information from anywhere, provided you have the ability to analyze that information and see what is correct, what is wrong. Okay, because you also get a lot of junk, right? That's a problem with hyper-connected world. So, and then analyze and then see what is right and wrong and decide on yourself what is to be done and set that in your mind and move accordingly. And decide on yourself what is to be done and set that in your mind and move accordingly. And I'm sure you are going to be very successful. You will make a change in this world, and and you will bring joy to everyone. By doing something like that, you bring joy to everyone and also to you. But as my last word, I want to say that don't go after happiness. You do things which will bring you happiness, but don't go after happiness, because as the Zen word goes, you can do everything by not doing it. Okay, and especially for happiness. Those in search of happiness will always be sad. So don't go for that. Okay, just do whatever you're interested in doing. Okay, and that is actually our thing. That's what we are here for, right? We are all here to do something. And what is that to do? Well, you should do what you would like to do, right? And that's what you should do, and you should pursue that, and you will all have a very, very good success. And let me wish you all a very, very bright and healthy and joyous future. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Now, I invite our chief guest, Dr. Professor P.B. Sunil Kumar, to present the course completion certificates to BTech and MTech students. I invite Dr. Jacob Chantapillai, head of the Civil Engineering Department, to present the certificates to the MTech candidates of Transportation Engineering.
Respected President, I, Dr. Jacob Chandapilla, present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of MTech in the Faculty of Engineering, Transportation Engineering, after being qualified to receive the same. Aparna MS. Arun ES. Donna Joy. Gigi Sonia. Malvika Aiki. Nabila Hanif. Shilpa Shekhar. Sadi P. Mohan. Respected President, I present unto you Ms. Akshaya TP and others in absentia being qualified to receive the MTech course completion certificate. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Saju P. John, head of the Computer Science and Engineering Department, to present the certificates to the MTech candidates of Computer Science and Engineering.
Respected President, I, Dr. Saju P. John, present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of MTech in the Faculty of Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering after being qualified to receive the same. Aditya Anil. Anumol CS. Helena Vincent. Jay Krishnan A. Nijida Thomas K. Reshma Marin Varghese. Urmila Nila. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Sindhu S., head of the Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, to present the certificates to the MTech candidates of Communication Engineering and Signal Processing.
Respected President, I, Dr. Sindhu S., present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of MTech in the Faculty of Engineering, Communication Engineering and Signal Processing after being qualified to receive the same. Dinna Davis. Irene C. Jose. Respected President, I present unto you Ms. Kia Joseph and others in absentia being qualified to receive the MTech course completion certificate. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Jarin T, Head of the Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, to present the certificates to the MTech candidates of Power Electronics.
Respected President, I, Dr. Jarinti, present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of MTech in the Faculty of Engineering, Power Electronics, after being qualified to receive the same. Ms. Grishma C. Ms. Shahina E.P. Ms. Thelma Johnson. Respected President, I present unto you Mr. Aravind and others in absentia being qualified to receive the MTech course completion certificate. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Jacob Chandapillai, Head of the Civil Engineering Department, to present the certificates to BTech candidates of Civil Engineering.
Respected President, I, Dr. Jacob Chandapillai, present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of BTech in Faculty of Engineering, Civil Engineering, after being qualified to receive the same. Ajani Giri, Aishwarya Shashi, Akhila PK, Alvin Andrews, Anjali Bose, Anisha Anthony, Betty Paul, Sonia Joseph, Claudia Charlie, Dudley Davis, Jusaina, Malvika Sukumar, Maria Rose Vincent, Nimisha, Nitya, Olfie Nixon, Praveena, Shalini, Santa Maria, Shaima, Tasneem Mansoor, Varun Mohan, Fredin Joy, Jeetu, Delvin Davis. Respected President, I present unto you Mr. Abhijit Nair and others in absentia being qualified to receive the BTech course completion certificate. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Saju P. John, Head of the Computer Science and Engineering Department, to present the certificates to BTech candidates of Computer Science and Engineering.
Respected President, I, Dr. Sajupi John, present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of BTech in the Faculty of Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering after being qualified to receive the same. Abhinand A. Advait KV. Agna EA. Akil V. Akshaya Raj. Akshay K. Vijayan. Akshay MV. Alina Tankachan. Aloysius Leslie Jacob. Alvina Sabu. Alvin Wilson. Amal Prasad. Amita Isaac. Anaka Merin Sen. Anand Murali. Anita Simon. Anthony David. Archana Venugopal. Arif K. Arya P. Menon. Augustine Wembil. Aisha Abdul Rauf. Bless me Rose Joseph. Budin B. Thomas. Catherine Lenite. Divya Shibu. Divya Stephen. Donali Wilson. Elsa Rose. Genuine Basil NT. Godwin T. James. Hari Krishnan K.R. Irfana M.I. Jacob B. Arafat. Jasir Fayaz PB. Gina Varghese. Joe Jose, Joshua Shaji, Kavya K, Kenneth Jose, Kogul Jose, Lakshmi N, Leah C. George, Maria Ann Thomas, Meera N, Meera PM, Mohammad Sajid KM, Moji V. Shajan, Mohammad Ashik Makbul, Neha Pidambaran, Nida Hyrin K, Rahul N, Reshma PG, Reshma Rameshan K, Rohini KR, Rosemarin Justin, Roy Elvithingal, Senna Maria Pius, Shabana Asmi KS, Sheena K. Shashi, Sherin Shaju, Shijit MS, Sneja N. Joshi, Sri Lakshmi VG, Tina David, Tenwin James, Viju Walson A, Vikas P, Vrinda Vinod, Yadumohan PM, Anchana Paul, Flower Maria Varghese, Vishnuraj T, Respected President, I present unto you Mr. Ebin Varghese and others in absentia being qualified to receive the BTech course completion certificate. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Sindhu S., Head of the Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, to present the certificates to BTech candidates of Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Respected President, I, Dr. Sindhu S., present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of BTech in the Faculty of Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering after being qualified to receive the same. Aishwarya K.N. Ajay T.S. Ajit Anthony. Akila Krishnakumar. Amal Prem. Amal Unnikrishnan. Amit TV. Anaga Rajiv. Anjana KG. Anu Anto. Aparna S. Ashla Matthews. Adira S. Evan KV. Basim Mehar N. Bessie TB. Bhuvanesh SS. Binita PB. Chinmayi G Panikar. Divij K Sajan. Fatimat Nihala. Frederick Francis. Gilna Joy. Harish TS. Induja. Jishnu B. Nair. Joseph PB. Juliet Thomas. Kartika Vijay Kumar. Kavya Sunil. Lakshmi PP. Lena Collet. Manu Jensen, Marina Maria Abraham, Mary Jitu, Mohammad Arshad, Pooja P, Pranav P, Prince Benny, Radhika, Ria Albert, Ria PS, Roshni J. Nair, Sandra S, Sangamitra S, Sharanya M. Nair, Sharat Raj, Sibin Krishna C, Sri Lakshmi R, Srirag KM, Srirag BV, Sujitra TS, Shweta Sara George, Vishnu K, Christina Paulson, Sharan Shashidharan. Respected President, I present unto you Mr. Adrian George and others in absentia being qualified to receive the BTech course completion certificate. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Jarin T, Head of the Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, to present the certificates to BTech candidates of Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
Respected President, I, Dr. Jarinti, present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of BTech in Faculty of Engineering, Electrical and Electronics Engineering after being qualified to receive the same. Mr. Albin Joy, Mr. Alvin John, Ms. Anina, Mr. Arjunesh, Ms. Adira P. Arjun, Ms. Adira T.P., Mr. Adul Paul, Mr. Bharat, Mr. Flavio Vincent, Mr. Gautam C.S., Mr. Jewel Maxwell, Ms. Gispi George, Mr. John Jose, Mr. Josemon Francis, Mr. Joseph P.K., Mr. Junaid, Ms. Lily Tess, Ms. Lina Maria, Mr. Manu Krishna, Mr. Prishin Kaur, Ms. Rashma, Mr. Samson, Ms. Nija Joy, Mr. Mohammad Ashik, Vismaya. Respected President, I present unto you Mr. Ebinando and others in absentia being qualified to receive the BTech course completion certificate. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Biju CV, Head of the Mechanical Engineering Department, to present the certificates to BTech candidates of Mechanical Engineering.
Respected President, I, Dr. Biju CV, present unto you these candidates to receive the course completion certificate of BTech in Faculty of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering after being qualified to receive the same. Mr. Abhijit BM, Mr. Abhishek KS, Mr. Ajmal PS, Mr. Agilesh P, Mr. Akshay BS, Mr. Akshay Pia, Amal Kambi, Mr. Arav Anandakumar, Mr. Arjun K. Suresh, Mr. Arun Reggie, Mr. Krishnan Thomas, Mr. Bonstow Wilson, Mr. Christo Cordano, Mr. Christopher, Mr. Christine CB, Mr. Dani C. Dennis, Mr. Dion C. Vincent, Mr. Edwin Sabu, Mr. Clevin Johnson, Mr. Gokul, Mr. Govind S, Mr. Ajit X, Mr. Jacob Joseph, Mr. Jeffrey P. Mr. Justin Jason, Mr. Jiffin Joseph, Mr. Jinjo Shajan, Mr. Jidin Siyam, Mr. John Madiayan, Mr. Joel Joseph Jyothi, Mr. Jubin S. Chandar, Mr. Jyothi Peter P. Mr. K.D. Anu, Mr. Kiran A.S., Mr. Nelson Paul, Mr. Paul Jacob, Mr. Rashid Muhammad, Mr. Rohit Krishna DC, Mr. Sajid Kumar Singh, Sangeet Krishna P. Mr. Sanuj Ismail, Mr. Sharad Kevin, Mr. Shanu Rahman M. Mr. Vishnu C. Jalan, Mr. Vishnu Thakur M. Mr. Stephen John, Mr. P.A. Ajko, Mr. Josephine A. Joseph, Mr. Matthews Joseph, Mr. Varun Vincent Alappa, Respected President, I present unto you Mr. Abdul Shakur T.H. and others in absentia being qualified to receive the BTech course completion certificate. Thank you.
Now I call upon Ms. Donna Thomas of Civil Engineering Department, University at 8th position holder, to receive the gold medal instituted by our management. In their absence here, their mother, Ms. Sally Thomas, is invited to receive the award. Now I call upon Ms. Arya P. Menon of the Computer Science and Engineering Department to receive the Best Jyothian Award. Now I invite Harish K, Manager, Learning and Development, Sunny Diamonds for presenting the diamond ring and Outsparkle Certificate of Excellence. It is instituted by Sunny Diamond to the best student for overall excellence. Now I call upon Ms. Shalini MS of Civil Engineering Department to receive the award. Now I call upon the overall toppers of BTech and MTech. Ms. Donna Thomas. In her absence here, her mother, Ms. Shalini Thomas, is invited to receive the award. BTech, Civil Engineering Department. Ms. Archana Venugopal, BTech, Computer Science Engineering Department. Ms. Marina Maria Abraham, BTech, Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. Mr. Alvin Joy, BTech, Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. Ms. Swati B. Manon, MTech, Civil Engineering Department. Ms. Anumod CS, MTech, Computer Science Engineering Department. Ms. Irene C. Jose, MTech, Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. Ms. Shakina EP, MTech, Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. Dr. Sijil P. John, Mechanical Engineering, PhD received from Karunya Institute of Technology and Science. Dr. S. Krishnanundi, Mechanical Engineering, PhD received from Cochin University of Science and Technology. I shall call upon the candidates to stand up and take the pledge. Please repeat. We shall in thought, word and deed, ever endeavor to keep up the dignity of our college and the university. We pledge to explore and take into account the social, environmental, and ethical consequences of our profession and work for the welfare of the entire humanity, regardless of caste, creed, and color. We shall ever endeavor to uphold and promote national unity and integrity. By virtue of the authority vested in me as President of 15th Graduation Ceremony of Jyothi Engineering College, affiliated to APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, I give you the BTech and MTech course completion certificate both in person and in absentia, for which you have been admitted.
I invite Monsignor Father Jose Koinigara, Manager, Jyothi Engineering College, for the Presidential Address.
Our chief guest of this program, Dr. P.B. Sunil Kumar, Director, IIT Palakkad, Father Thomas Kakasheri, Executive Manager of this college, Dr. Jose Theratil, the Principal, Reverend Dr. Jose Kannambula, Director, Academics, Dr. V.M. Xavier, the Registrar, and other distinguished guests on and off the dais, professors, brilliant graduates, dear parents, brothers and sisters. Indeed, it gives me immense pleasure to stand before you for the presidential address of the 15th graduation day ceremony of Jyothi Engineering College. At the outset, let me congratulate and wish all the best to all the graduates who took degree from the prestigious institution. Now you have got the wings to fly and fire in your belly to achieve whatever you desire in your life. Only the sky is the limit for you, for your future achievements. The graduations from Jyothi Engineering College adds value in your life. Jyothi Engineering College was established in the year 2002. I was the then finance officer of this college. Now I have been appointed as manager of Jyothi Engineering College. Many of our students were placed in the world-renowned companies in India and abroad. Many of them have gone for higher studies in reputed institutions in different parts of the world. Many of our students have started their own ventures and helping the nation by giving employment opportunities to a lot of people. As you know, very recently UGC NAC team visited our college and assessed the performance of the college. They were very much impressed about the performance of the college and accredited the college with A grade. 5 BTech programs of Jyothi Engineering College are accredited by NBA. Only a few colleges in Kerala have the rare distinction of the A grade with 5 NBA accredited courses. Because of these reasons, you can proudly say that you are a Jyothian. The college has applied for UGC autonomy. At any time, the UGC may send their team to visit your college for the inspection, and let us hope the UGC may grant autonomy status to Jyothi Engineering College very soon. Due to COVID, we couldn't conduct this graduation ceremony immediately after the completion of your program. The COVID took away the life of many of our family members, friends and relatives. It affected the business so badly, but now the things have changed. We are all back to normal. This will help us and admissions during this year. Once again, I take this opportunity to congratulate all graduates and parents for your academic achievements, and may God bless you all in your life. Thank you.
I request Manager Monsignor Father Jose Konikara to honor the chief guest by presenting a memento.
I call upon Dr. V.M. Xavier, Registrar, to propose the vote of thanks.
Distinguished Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. P.B. Sunil Kumar, Director IIT Palaka, Monsignor Jose Konikara, Manager, Jyothi Engineering College, Father Thomas Kakasheri, Executive Manager, Dr. Jose P. Therat, Principal, Reverend Dr. Jose Kannambula, Director Academics, Heads of Department on and off the dance, my dear graduates, dear parents, teaching and non-teaching members, dear students, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege and honor to propose thanks to all the distinguished guests who are attending this august function. First of all, may I take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates and their parents for their great achievement. In this joyful occasion, Jyothi Engineering College is honored because of the presence of Dr. P.B. Sunil Kumar, Director of IIT Palaka. Dr. P.B. Sunil Kumar had his education up to MSc only in Kerala. He's a role model for you. Now he has become the director of one of the most prestigious institutions in India as well as in the world, that is IIT Palakkad. So my dear students, you continue your education as you said. This is only a beginning. You can go a long way in your career and you can reach wherever you want. And I take this opportunity to thank Dr. P.B. Sunil Kumar in this occasion. Thank you, sir. Monsignor Jose Konikara, he came yesterday, he came day before yesterday, and today also he is here. Very much involved in all the activities of the Engineering College. I express my gratitude and thanks to Monsignor Jose Konikara for Dr. Jose Kannambula, Father Dr. Jose Kannambula is one of the leaders of this college. He is a person who took his B.Tech after 12 years of break. And that too with a record mark in the Calicut University. Nobody could break that record till date. And he took his M.Tech from IIT and also PhD. Now he is our academic director. We are very much proud of him. Father Jose Kannambura, I thank you for your welcome. I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to Father Thomas Kapisheri, our Executive Manager, for his leadership in organizing this program. Dr. Jyothi Therati is our newly appointed principal. He is one of the senior most faculty member of this college. This is the first time in the history of Jyothi Engineering College a faculty member from this college has been appointed as the principal of this college. Congratulations, Dr. Jose. And I take this opportunity for your presentation of the academic report. My dear graduates, I thank you all for attending this graduation day ceremony and receiving the certificates from Dr. P.V. Sunil Kumar. I also take this opportunity to thank and appreciate Mr. Harish, the manager of Sunny Diamonds, because generally only once in a year they give a gold diamond ring. But this year they had to give 4 diamond rings attested. So initially they hesitated. Sir, how is it possible to give 4 diamonds in a stretch? But it is because of the intervention of Mr. Harish, the management of Sunny Diamonds agreed to give the golden ring, diamond ring to the best performer of this college. Harish, a special thanks to you, and also I thank you for coming here and giving this award. I also thank the parents, the spouses, relatives and friends of all the graduates who made this event a great success. I express my gratitude to all the staff members, students, invited guests, members of press and other ladies and gentlemen for coming here and blessing these graduates in this August function. Last but not least, I have to thank Dr. Vivek Lupos and team who arranged this entire show or entire program so meticulously. And they proved that they are the real teachers of this college. Vivek, Dr. Vivek, my special thanks to you. And once again, I thank you for coming here and making this event a memorable event which you can cherish throughout in your life. Thank you. And my dear students, one more thing I want to tell you, as our chief guest told you, this is only a beginning. You have ample opportunities in front of you. You can go for higher studies. You can go for starting an industry of your own. Don't stop learning. This is only a beginning. So once again, I thank and wish all the best to all the graduates of Jyothi Engineering. Thank you.
I hereby dissolve the 15th graduation ceremony for the college and national anthem.
Never fading, ever glowing, waves of maiden love in the heart, steering through the storm. Jyothi leads the way to the shining light within the heart. We shall hold our hands together, rise and shine, to light the dreams of truth and love. Shivare is my name. समाजना कर चलते हम, कभी कोई ना रोके, क्षमा जला कर चलते हम, कभी न चूके, ये रिश्ते सरगम दिल के कभी न टूटे, ये लम्हे यारे पल के कभी न छोड़े, ये सपने ख्वाहिश करके जो दी एक नई एहसास की बारिश प्यारी है, जे है जो सपने वो मिलते जो दी में, यारों हम अब गाए मिलजुल के एक धुन में हम चले।
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे